It's been just 3 weeks since I reached the 600 episode milestone of One Piece, and now here I am, hitting 700. And I know you might be thinking, wow, he's averaging like 33 episodes a week. That's practically nothing. But you have to keep in mind, people, I've got a full-time job, all right? In addition to that, I'm spending hours a week slaving away, making quality YouTube videos for you guys. So please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And more importantly of all, the most time-sinking thing of them all, I've got a toddler, so I don't know what to tell you. 100 episodes, the fact that I got that done is fascinating. I will tell you, my 4-year-old quite likes the Rubber Man now. But before I get into the episodes and what I thought of them, I do have to say, I've absolutely crushed my girlfriend's brother when it comes to this competition. He thought that he was going to catch up to One Piece before me. His little 13-year-old end-of-the-line Gen Z self thought that he could out-binge me, the millennial, and it did not happen. He's stuck on Fishman Island, which I'll admit, I kind of got stuck on that as well. There's only so many Horty Jones intros that you could see before you kind of get tired of that, but I did eventually make it through it, and now I am just hammering episode after episode. I'm doing it all the time. I'm getting through these episodes no problem, and he's just begging me to stop. He's saying, please stop watching the episodes. Just let me catch up. And I'm telling him, no, buddy, we're in Dressrosa. There's stuff to be done. Luffy's got faces to punch in. I'm not stopping now. And he, along with many others right by his side, have been quite successful with their punches in this 100 episodes. I tell you what, I loved all the episodes leading up to episode 600, that whole Punk Hazard thing. We were probably in the tail end of that when we hit episode 600, but it's just gotten even better. The end of Punk Hazard was fantastic, but Dressrosa is in a league of its own. I've got some theories. I've gone in pretty blind, so I'm not sure what's happening beyond episode 700 just yet. So I could be very wrong on some of these things, but I will voice a theory or two. But for the most part, I just want to praise the show. It's been great. Initially, you're sitting there going into it thinking, okay, after Law's given this discussion about how you can't just walk up to an emperor and punch him to death. You have to have a plan. You have to have people backing you. I've come to notice that in the current state of Luffy's crew, he probably couldn't take out an emperor by himself. Not if they have entire fleets of ships guarding the emperor. We're not at that stage anymore. The emperors have very powerful people. We saw the Whitebeard pirates. We saw what they had. The fact of the matter is, Law is absolutely right. And I think in this 100 episodes, we finally start to see where things are going to head to the point that Luffy does end up becoming an emperor, because I do have a bit of it spoiled for me, I know. Luffy does become an emperor, but how he manages to achieve it was definitely beyond me. I did not know, but I do have a theory here that a lot of the people that were freed from being toy soldiers will become an extended crew that Luffy has, like aid him in some sort in taking out the emperors. Now I know by episode 700, I am getting a little ahead of myself. The fight with Doflamingo has only just begun. Law and Luffy have just barely gotten to the throne room at the time that episode 700 happens, but I mean, come on. Let's be honest here. Even if Doflamingo did somehow manage to win a quick battle right there, the fact of the matter is his forces are being absolutely decimated by all the people that he's wronged. He made such a foolish decision having all those powerful Colosseum people just be turned into toy soldiers. The dumbest mistake he's made thus far. He is a brilliant tactician. He's a genius. He had them. And he made that one silly little mistake thinking that Sugar couldn't possibly be knocked unconscious. And that was his downfall. It started a chain of events that is absolutely going to lead to him losing. So I'm thinking a little ahead, but I am looking forward to the fight. I have gotten to see just a little glimpse, a little bit of the tag team efforts that Law and Luffy has done thus far, and they've got some brilliant strategies going out so far. I cannot wait to see what Luffy does, what he manages to pull out of his hat, his straw hat, mind you, in order to get the victory, because he's going to get it. He's going to get the dub. We all know he's going to do it. Now let's talk about the new Admiral. With the departure of Aokiji, I really thought that the Navy had almost no redeeming qualities left. That Smoker was about the top of the chain, but Admiral Fujitora has kind of changed my opinion a little bit. At first, I was really iffy. He just wanted to seem to march in and stop Luffy, regardless of all the suffering that was going on around him. But he really did notice what was going on and decide to back Luffy 100%, at least for the moment. Who knows? That could change by the end of this arc. But for now, I'm kind of on board with the guy. He seems really level-headed, and he seems quite similar to Smoker as well, which I really appreciate. And the dude is tough. And my gosh, seeing Sabo show up and claim the Flame Fruit, that was so cool. And the fight to follow, man, and that's another reason why I think that there are some redeeming qualities to Admiral Fujitora, is because Sabo decided to back down and call the fight a draw. The fact that he was willing to stand aside means that he may have had a reason to trust Fujitora, which leads me to my next theory, and the only other theory that I'm going to do. If Fujitora isn't already secretly a part of the Revolutionary Army, I kind of think that he's going to become part of it eventually. Now, I really don't have any strong evidence for that, but just the way that he acts, his general demeanor, and his belief system really leads me to believe that he might just outright leave the Navy at some point and join the Revolutionary Army. I could see it. He's an old soul, but he's one that is definitely caring, and man, the dude can pack a punch. If he leaves the Navy and joins the Revolutionary Army, that's going to be a powerhouse, I tell you. I really don't think that he would join the pirates because he really seems to be on the same page as Smoker. They just have a general disdain for pirates. You wouldn't catch them dead joining any of those, but you never know. That's my theory. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, the show's not over yet. I don't know, maybe he dies at some point and never manages to join it, but to my knowledge, like most people, he's probably not dead, because hardly anyone does actually die in this show. So that's a theory that I've got for sure. Now, Doflamingo, though, what a douche. I have no better way to say it. I think I dislike him more than Caesar Clown. I cannot wait for him to just get absolutely decked, because I swear to you, his backstory, so unbelievably untragic. I'm sorry that you can't be a celestial dragon anymore. Why the heck did you kill half your family? None of it makes sense. You want to destroy the entire world just because the celestial dragons wouldn't take you back. Guess what? That's 99.9% of the entire world, okay? The celestial dragons are just kind of douchebags. So you really do have the right blood for it, but sorry you didn't become one, okay? But you're getting taken out. There's just no way that you're going to overcome this force that's against you. We're seeing the start of a actual army, in a sense, backing Luffy all the way. And speaking of people backing Luffy, Zoro, just being a die-hard fan of Luffy. Man, I love to see it. And you know what else I love to see? The fact that he is just decimating Pico. It's not even close. He is toying with the guy. And I like to see that. I like to see that bit where Zoro's cockiness gets to just be fed, that his ego just gets stroked a little bit as he's just wiping the floor with Pika. Oh, man, I do love that. And also, Bartolomeo. Love the guy. He's goofy. At first, I didn't know what the heck was going on there, and he seemed like a needlessly vicious person. But it's one of the reasons why I feel like the people that are backing Luffy right now are going to become like an extended crew for him, is because Bartolomeo doesn't seem like a one and done kind of guy. He seems like a die-hard fan of Luffy that's going to demand that he basically gets to have his back. He's going to basically just want to be part of his crew. And I feel like that's not just going to be dropped. Now that we're at this part where law is outright stating you need to have alliances, you need to have a big group backing you in order to take out an emperor, I don't think that's just going to fall on deaf ears. I don't think that that was by coincidence. I think that it is going to be something that is brought up again, and Luffy is going to agree, okay, I will have people backing me, because they are officially backing him in the event of taking out Doflamingo. And I think that's really important that they outright stated, we will back you, that this is the thing now. Because when Sugar almost turned him into a toy, that would have completely decimated their chances, because suddenly everyone would have completely forgotten why they were even fighting. They would have forgotten who they were backing, and that cohesion would have been gone. And in that short moment, they would have been taken out. Luffy is the key figure, and I think that everyone there is really starting to recognize it. And I think that it will come into play down the road, because I do know that they're taking out a couple of emperors, all right? Those slots, gonna get opened up, and Luffy's taking at least one of them. So I think that this is really the start of that chain of events. But how far into One Piece are all of you, if you've even started One Piece, assuming you like anime? I don't know why you'd be this far into the video if you didn't like anime, unless you're watching because you just like me, in which case, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on One Piece in general, how far you are. If you haven't started it, why you haven't started it. I'd really like to know why. I plan on hammering through some more episodes pretty quickly, so once the next 100 episodes are down, I'll be sure to make another video giving you guys an update on thoughts, theories, anything of the sort. Please check out this video. I picked this one for you, and I will catch you guys in the next video.